it's Jadyn Goff. I'm reporting live from South Africa, Cape Town. And as you can see, we have a filmmaker in its natural habitat. Isn't that right, Lloyd? So Lloyd, don't you want to tell us your experience and your ASE journey?
Yeah, do you want to do the role of the filmmaker?
Sure.
So I'm a ASE OG, for real. I'm a alumni from 2008, I think. I always wanted to make music for film. Then I got the opportunity to learn how to do that at ASE. So I studied the post-production certificate, and basically from there writing music for film, and then I eventually got into filmmaking. Sure, it's been 13 years of that. Really good. And I get to interview people like Jadyn. It's good fun, man. Like, you know, it's an incredible industry, and I'd recommend it to anyone. And it just gets better and better, and you learn so much all the time. What was great about ASE was that it gave me that platform to learn, you know. You learn from the best in the industry, you have the best equipment to use, probably the best academy in the Southern Hemisphere. In my opinion, it really is, you know. Now I get to be an idiot behind a camera, all because of ASE. Back to you, Jadyn.
And that was Lloyd. Thanks a lot, Lloyd. We are finally here. Module 1, done and dusted. Week 8 was great because it was a revision week. And it was a great time to like reflect and kind of think of the parts that I forgot, halfway through the module. It was good for revising and finishing off things. In audio 2, we learned about digital mixes, so like the disadvantages and advantages of it. Finally got to music mixing. We also learned how to define what a good mix is, where all instruments sit perfectly. A good mix is like problem solving because you want to try and avoid overcrowding of the instruments. It's also quite cool because you get to choose for the listener. We also learned about this cool psychoacoustic effect, which is also known as the cocktail party effect. So it basically means that you can tune your ears to listen to different parts of the crowd. Does that make sense? Like say if people are talking, you can focus some parts of your brain obviously to the different sections of the room. So it just focuses on, certain parts, I suppose. So for example, you can choose to listen to which combo you want to hear in a crowded room. And this can be recreated in a mix. The loudest element in the mix depends on the style of music. For example, R&B, so the vocals. Rock is guitar and drums. Dance is usually the kick. Pop is vocals and snare. Jazz is the instrument solo. In Dig Audio, we learned about MIDI basics, and MIDI stands for Musical Instrument Digital Interface. We also learned that it is a digital communication language and also a digital instruction. MIDI hardware was also spoken about this week. We spoke about the keyboard. Pretty much the main thing about it was velocity, and velocity is basically how hard you hit a keyboard and how long the note is sustained for. In IT, it was straight revision. We learned about the CPU, motherboard, and blah, 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 the list continues. In DAW, we revised Pro Tools timelines and edits, and it all came in handy while creating my track. We also learned to commit and bounce to disk, mixing and exporting to make it sound perfect, bounce files. So in Music A, we completed the track with Josh. So basically Section A and Section C have to be the same, but Section A to Section B, the melody and rhythm kind of had to change, and also maybe a few beats and kicks and snares kind of just had to maybe get sped up or slowed down, just so you can see the drastic change. And it was basically a song that we had to do. I chose to add like more vocals in, because I added vocals in mine, and maybe changed the chords from going, I think it was A minor to E minor chords, like triad chords, and then I sped up the kicks and the hi-hats. I think I slowed down just a little bit, so yeah. Business, it was all about money, cash and moolah. But seriously, we spoke about royalties, publishing and recording, and how the value of music has decreased. The value of music has decreased because companies like Napster had shared music illegally back in the day where iTunes and Spotify wasn't a thing. But now obviously technology has advanced. It did lose its shine a little bit. In F&D, we just continued learning about the different study techniques and how long you have to have a break for, just to keep your mind focused and so that it's not worked up, and also meditating, you know, just different stuff to release, you know, your stress and energy. And now I'm so zen. So assessment week is coming up and I feel good, I feel great. So yeah, bring it on.
1 week later.
Guess what guys, assessment week went awesome, and guess where I am? Module 2, let's go. Hi sir.
Welcome, finally.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining me on my journey through sound. I hope you guys had so much fun just like I did. I'm Jadyn Goff and see you soon.